Capnotrainer Go. I'm so excited. First of all, thank you to Peter Litchfield, who has designed this amazing machine that allows us to see in real time what our end tidal carbon dioxide is while we're breath training, while we're exercising, while we're not breath training, just to make those observations and make improvements in our carbon dioxide over time. Hi, I'm AJ Fisher. I'm the creator of the HYPOXiX method and the breathography technique. I am performing informal research and also formal research at a university using this technique because I'm very passionate about looking at how controlling the breathing during exercise can help with our exercise results, but also our activities of daily living and just our life in general as we make those adaptations to combining breath work with exercise. If you want to work out with me, come to hypoxix.studio. That's HYPOXiX.studio, and that is where I combine the breathing method breathography with all forms of exercise, strength training, cardio, core, mobility, all of the things. For the free community, visit me at hypoxix.fitness, and that is where we can be nerds together and you can ask questions. You can even take my program for free if you're willing to be my guinea pig and give me data. Additionally, if you are a trainer, and you may be, if you're coming upon this video, it's a bit nerdy with this carbon dioxide stuff, take my continuing education unit, The Breathing Core, which teaches you how to use my method, breathography, with your clients and uses a very specific frequency, intensity, tempo, duration of breath and a ratio of a 2-8 inhale-exhale breath to increase activity and strength of your client's core, reducing risk of injury and regulating the autonomic nervous system. For today, short video, I'm just gonna dive deep into the Capno Trainer. I actually just got this connected a couple of days ago, and so I wanted to share with you what I'm finding so far. So I'm gonna put the nasal cannula in, and I'm even gonna turn on my computer here for you because I want you to see how this is beneficial over time. Okay, so here, okay, now we are, okay, great. So I'm going to put this in my nose here. This is how it works. And it's going to read my carbon dioxide levels in real time as we speak. Okay, so here, sorry, this is my, you get to be part of this. You totally get to be part of just this amazingness of me doing this the first couple of times. But the reason I want to start doing this is because I want to show you how amazing this device is. And there are vast benefits of looking at your carbon dioxide levels when you're performing different activities, when you're exercising. So right now I'm seeing that my carbon dioxide is actually like a little bit on the low side. I found myself like having a little bit of anxiety this morning. It's kind of early. I've had like a ton of things to do. And so without intentionally breathing, I wanted to see normally where I could almost feel myself being low CO2 and just kind of being in sort of an anxious state. This is important. If you want to test your CO2, it tends to be on the lower side if you're feeling a bit anxious, because generally anxiety goes along with slight quickening of the breath or hyperventilation, which is just breathing in more air than is necessary, than you need for your metabolic processes. And so simply training to reduce that frequency of breathing, but also reduce the volume of air that's coming in and out, can be a strategy for reducing anxiety and also looking at your CO2 levels while you are in that state. Okay, so right now we're actually seeing the red line here is 35, and that is like a general like lower end marker of a normal end tidal CO2 range. So anywhere between 35 and 45 is usually considered standard, pretty normal. Lower than that, especially when we get into the 20s, that's considered hypocapnic or low carbon dioxide, which is generally associated with panic, anxiety, with dysregulated calcium in the muscle cell, muscle spasms, vasoconstriction of our vessels, or decreased blood flow to the brain and also to the muscle. So this is an area that we're trying to stay away from. And this is why I'm so passionate about raising carbon dioxide levels during exercise to improve blood flow during exercise, increase the size of the blood vessels during exercise, just increasing our results. And we also do adapt to higher carbon dioxide levels. This is just carbon dioxide training in general, which raises our carbon dioxide threshold, which is correlated with lower levels of stress. So today is just an introductory look at the amazingness of the Capno Trainer. Therapists, respiratory therapists, trainers, this might be a tool that you may want to invest in, because it's amazing real-time feedback for your client, especially if you think they're suffering from hyperventilation or panic, anxiety, or not controlling their breathing during exercise. I know my clients tend to respond very positively to real-time biomarkers and biofeedback, such as something like this. This machine now, this is a handy-dandy transportable machine, so it's on the smaller side, whereas it used to be bigger. Thank you again, Peter Litchfield, for your amazing decades of work in this area. He has devoted his life to this research. He knows much more than I about carbon dioxide training with exercise, and also just using it as a behavioral, psychological improvements over time by looking at carbon dioxide levels. Now you can see, I just wanted you to hold this up to the camera, you can see where typically when I'm, it only is reading my CO2 when it's sensing air coming out of my nasal cavity. And so I now am going to show you what it looks like when I'm hyperventilating. I'm actually not even going to look at it because I want to prove to you this is what happens. So I'm simply going to take like huge, kind of like the Wim Hof breath. I'm going to take huge volumes of air in through my nose and then a quick exhale through my nose. Okay, so here it goes. So you can see there, oopsie, sorry. So I went all the way down to about 15, actually. So that pretty darn HYPOXiX, pretty low. That is generally a breath that you don't want to perform during exercise, that quick breath, that large breath, because it's going to decrease that blood flow to your muscles, and it is going to reduce oxygen to your muscles and your brain. I know it seems counterintuitive because you're bringing more oxygen in, but with that, you're increasing oxygenation of the blood, but then you're lowering oxygen delivery to the tissue in the brain and the muscle tissue in the brain. So it's no good. If you want to increase cerebral blood flow and enhance your cognition and enhance brain adaptations, raise your carbon dioxide level, because that is going to increase that cerebral blood flow. Blood flow to the brain is just the precursor for a whole host of amazing positive adaptations in the brain. So now I want to show you, and I'm actually still pretty low CO2, and I'm still recovering from that Wim Hof style breath where I became HYPOXiX. Now I want to show you an example of HYPOXiX breath. I hope this works. So in the breathography technique, I do a 2-second inhale and an 8-second exhale. I do it through the mouth over 8 seconds for the purposes of increasing activity of the abdominals over that 8 seconds. But I'm going to mimic that breath crescendo or that 8-second exhale through my nose so that you can see what happens when I shorten the inhale and I elongate the exhale. So ready? Go. 1, 2. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Okay, that last one, I did some breath holding where I just wanted to show you that when I was holding, like we do in the breathography technique with the progressive exhale, the 8-second exhale, and then short breath retentions in conjunction with exercise, you can see that the carbon dioxide level, I mean, you should only be looking at the peaks here because when it drops, that's when I'm inhaling or it can't register breath. So you only should be looking at the peaks to see what those levels of carbon dioxide are in that moment. And so that's pretty profound. This is my hypothesis all along, and this is why I'm so excited to actually have this Capno Trainer to be able to prove this, that elongated exhales and short inhales in conjunction with exercise increase your carbon dioxide and help to prevent hyperventilation and low carbon dioxide while exercise training. Now, this is going to promote a host of positive benefits, mainly increasing oxygenation of the muscle tissue, the brain, and increasing blood flow and nutrient delivery to the exercising muscle and also the brain, helping to enhance the positive benefits of exercise. So if you can take me seriously with this cannula in my nose, please join me at HYPOXiX.studio to take class with me and learn this breathography technique to increase your carbon dioxide levels during exercise. You see, I'm actually going low now because I'm, breathing quickly and I'm speaking to you. This is all, honestly, this is what happens when you're a person who speaks a lot. You need to find moments of regulating your breath and having some breath control in between your bouts of speaking, because in general, and when we're speaking a lot and we're not thinking about controlling our breathing, speaking is breath work. And you see that I'm going low-ish carbon dioxide when speaking. But if I try to say as many words as possible on one continuous exhale, and I work on my carbon dioxide tolerance so that I can say as many words as possible without breathing, you will see that my carbon dioxide levels will go up and my core is working like crazy. I just feel like I engaged every single oblique abdominal muscle fiber when I attempted to speak to you with an extended exhalation. Now you see I'm going low again because I'm not thinking about it. So I need to become better at becoming a speaker where I'm getting more words on the exhalation and then just consciously inhaling through the nostrils and then trying to get as much out as I can on the exhale. So that's it for today. There's going to be many more of these. This is just an introductory. First of all, thank you to Peter Litchfield. If you see this video, this is just incredible. It's going to change my life and it's going to change the lives of my clients for sure. So I'm so incredibly excited to begin training with this. And also please take his courses. I am about to dive deep into all the research that he has done. And it's incredibly exciting for a variety of reasons. So I'll see you at the next video.